Hello, 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 hello. My mic's too hot. I'll turn it down a little bit. Hello, hello, hello. Check, check, check. All right. Hello and welcome to Express Yourself Healing Through Art. I am Pro Manhattan. It is Sunday evening at 4 p.m. I know there is a lot going on today. A lot of people doing live streams, especially from the theme parks. I've been watching Resort TV 1 all day. I'll go ahead and put this up. If you're watching the replay, leave me a comment down below. It says hi. What you thought about our craft today. Or just whatever. I love getting comments. I love responding to comments. Appropriate comments. The spam comments, man, they get deleted quickly. Got a lot of spammers lately. Today we're doing a project with all Dollar Tree parts, and I've done it in 3 phases so that I could show it all to you in an hour. Our finished project looks like this, and we're going to have 3 of these when it's all said and done. And I will be hanging them together with this buffalo check. You know how I love buffalo check. With my buffalo check ribbon. And so there'll be 3 little paintings that will hang on the wall. This is a vinyl window cling. Oops. This is a vinyl window cling. And come on a sheet that looked like this from the Dollar Tree. And you know I love my little truck with the Christmas tree, and I think we're going to do 2 campers. And we'll put the truck in the middle and then the 2 campers over and above. So let's just get into it. Let's get started. For this craft you will need, all this is Dollar Tree too, by the way. You will need the Dollar Tree window clings that look like this or similar. They don't have to look just like this. The thin clear window clings I haven't tried this with. These are a little thicker, and when we peel them off you'll get to see it's more of a vinyl than a foil vinyl than that clear the clear window clings. But anyway, there's a big assortment of them you could use. You could do the season's greetings in the tree. You could do Santa. This one is where the truck was. If you remember the ornaments, the Frozen inspired ornaments I did, this is where I got the little snowflakes that I put on those. So you'll need a sheet of those. You'll need 3 of these little canvases. Now you don't have to use the 4x6 size, and you don't have to use the stapled wood framed canvas. You can use the flat canvases they have. Yeah, I'm getting to it. I've got, if I could show you, I've got the whole bin full of, 3 bins full of bags over here that I'm slowly photographing and getting processed to get up on there. I will put it up on there hopefully this week. Hopefully by Thanksgiving I'll have it up there. But you need one of these little canvases. This is from the Dollar Tree. I used 3 of them in this project. 1, 2, 3. And then you will also need, now this is Walmart. I got this one from Walmart, but you can get red craft paint, acrylic paint from the Dollar Tree that will work great. This I'm using chalkboard paint that I got at the Dollar Tree. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I've got about 150 bags to process and put up there. So, and I'm having to make the boxes for them out of cardboard that I have on stock, so it's taking me a little bit of time, but I'll get it up there, promise. But this, you could also use black acrylic from the Dollar Tree or whatever you have. All right, I know where you are, Lisa. You're over with RTV1. They need the mods today. They're doing such a great show. I kind of feel bad going live, but I know that my viewers will watch the replay, so thanks for checking in with me, though. So the red and the black acrylic paint. And then I have, oh, where did I put them? Over in the pen and pencil supply, I found these lovely things. These are glitter markers, and they come in a 2-pack. So I got a red and a green together, and then I got a navy blue and a silver together, but they're mixed packs of what you get. And these are glitter markers. And what they are, they've got a little, hear that noise? They've got a little shaker thing in them. And when you first get them, the tips are white, and you have to take and push. The tip goes inside the pen, so don't think you're breaking it, but you have to push it down a few times, and then it will start coming out. And look at that. Isn't that something? It's an alcohol-based glitter pen, and the red one looks nice. It's got a little black in it because what I've been doing, I haven't cleaned it. And this is the green one. And it just gives such a nice glittery finish, very brilliant glittery finish, but it doesn't flake. The glitter doesn't flake because it's micro. Anyway, and a ruler. You're going to need a ruler, and you're going to need makeup sponges. I love these for these kind of projects because they work so well for what we're going to do. All right. Dollar Tree has them. Dollar Tree has them. Another place I found good markers, I got my alcohol markers from Ross. They have Ross, sometimes TJ Maxx will have a section, a clearance section, or Tuesday Morning. I like all of those. So the first thing we're going to do, and I'm going to get something, here we go, something to prop this up. Now I will warn you, and I found this out, you can see, let me show you, you can see it on my hands. The chalkboard paint does not wash off as easy as, hi Tina, how are you? Let me show you what we're making today. This is what we're making today. So, what I'm going to do, because a little goes a long way with this stuff, I'm just going to squirt some on my sponge, my makeup sponge, and I'm going to hold this up, put my fingers inside of it. You can wear rubber gloves for this. In fact, I recommend them. Don't do as I do, do as I say. So here we go. And I am just slathering, wiping, scraping, dabbing, sponging this chalkboard paint all over. Like I said, a little goes a long way. You just want a black layer, and it doesn't have to be a perfectly uniform, flat black layer. It can be warbly black. I mean, it can have lighter and dark patches. I'm going to get just a little bit more, and actually I'm just going to wipe it off the bottle with my little sponge. And I like these sponges because they don't really soak up the paint that much, because they're meant for putting your foundation on. So, but I'm getting all the little corners here. Let's show you that. See how it's folded over? There's a little, so I'm getting the sides and everything. The main reason I like this chalkboard paint is it dries very, very quickly. So I don't have to take forever, because you know me. I'm an impatient person. I'm a one and doneer. I like to get things done and enjoy them. So I like my quick crafts. Now that's got a little too much white. I'm just going to put a little, just a little drop. Just not even, come on. And don't blob out on me. Shake it a little bit. Just, whoa, too much. Whoa, way too much. I'm going to wipe that off on this cardboard because that's just way too much. And we're going to put that away. We got too much black paint anyway. If you put too much on it, it will not dry quickly. It will take forever and a day. So, and if you don't want to paint the sides, I'll show you some options for that. So there we go. And we've got this. See, it's part of that's because it's wet, but part of that's because I didn't layer it on that thick. It's a very thin layer. Okay, we'll let that dry for just a minute. The best part about using these makeup sponges, you just throw them away. And that's why I use little pieces of cardboard for my palette too. And I can just toss them away. Easy cleanup. And I grab another little piece of cardboard. And I've lost my paper towel, but that's all right. Y'all know how messy I am. To show you, this is chalkboard paint, and I scrubbed this, and it's pretty stuck. So if you're using the chalkboard paint, protect your surfaces, wear gloves. All right, and get my red out here. Get another makeup sponge, and I'm using the rectangle side here. This time, it's going to take a lot of paint to do this part. But again, it's thin acrylic paint. The Dollar Tree acrylic paints, like these 50-cent Walmart acrylic paints you get, they're really translucent, so they dry pretty quick. And I'm just going to start, on this corner. And now that the edges are dry, I'm going to put it flat down. But I'm going to start at this corner. And I'm just making little prints. And I'm trying to space them where they're uniform across. And if they hang over the side, it's all right. And then I'm going to come back and make it a checkerboard pattern with this red. And this is going to give me the illusion of that buffalo check plaid that I adore so much. I just love it. And see that one, we got a little crazy. See how it blobbed? So I'm just going to come back with the sponge and kind of blot up some of that extra. But it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to put a sticker on it anyway. But we're going to use those glitter markers on it too. So and understand when you're making crafts like this, here's your healing part of your talk today about making these crafts. Nobody is going to go and inspect the individual details of your work. They're going to look at the whole picture. You are human. You are not perfect. You are also a hobbyist. You're not a professional at this. So don't expect it to come out looking like something you're going to buy off an assembly line in a, you know, like in Michael's. You're not going to see, although I don't know, some of the stuff I've ordered off of Wish has come out looking, I could have done better with a blindfold on, but that's just me. But do you see, I didn't measure or anything, and my pattern's kind of going off to the side a little bit, but it's all right. See, now we've got our little checkerboard, and see how quick that went? And that I just used my little makeup sponge. So that brings me to the next part. Here I have another canvas. This one I painted. I painted the black about an hour ago, and then I just dabbed the red on about 30 minutes ago, and the red's dry. And so now we're going to add the pen. And I'm going to grab my old, hi Car Key, good to see you. Grab my old Dollar Tree ruler here. And the ruler is just to make the lines straight, but it's not for any kind of measurement. I think I want to put, and let me get my glitter markers. I think I want to start with the green. So, got my glitter marker here. And I'm going to put a green line down the middle of these rows here. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I did it on every one on that one. So let's go back and we'll put a green line down these now. Just down the middle of each column, row, whatever you want to call it. Put my green line there. And like I said, the ruler's not for measurement. The ruler's just to give you a straight line because I can't freehand. I tried to freehand, it does not work. So let's take the silver and we'll do the silver next to the green, just a little bit off from it. And so we're going to do a silver line right next to the green line that we put. And it can be close, it can be far away, it can be whatever. And then I'm going to put my ruler there so I can hold it. Okay, so you can see what I've done there. I've put a green line and a silver line. And then I'm going to turn it. And let's go with the red. And let's go this way. We'll do a red. And a red. And a red. And a red. So many exciting things coming up this week on YouTube with all of these live streamers. I know Pete's going to be a real busy guy. He's got a lot of streams coming up. In fact, he's got one starting in about 10 minutes now. I think his guest tonight is who? Provost Park Pass, I think. Such a nice couple. I love watching their videos. Okay, so I've done my red lines, and then let's do another green since we have so much red. Let's do a green. But let's skip every other one with the green to make it more plaid looking. And there we go. There. Now, our canvas is done. Look at that. And that right there, I think, is just adorably cute. Anyway. All right, now we are done with our ruler. We are done with our glitter pens. We may have time to finish the other two and get them hung today. All right, now I have been going round and round. I have a cheap glue gun. This is a Dollar Tree glue gun, believe it or not. They do sell glue guns every now and then. And these are some Dollar Tree glitter sticks. And I used the silver glitter to go around this one. So I think since I used silver on that one, let's use the green on this one. And since I'm changing sticks, I need to squeeze out the rest of the silver. It's a shame to waste it, really, but I didn't have enough to go all the way around. But while that is going, I am actually going to use my regular glue gun on this one. Now they have sticky on them, but it's not sticky enough, and it is kind of puffy, so it adds to. And I'm just going to center this on my little thing. Yeah, I like that. So, but you see, it won't stick by itself, so we have to hot glue it. And we kind of have to do it a little bit at a time. If you're using a low melt glue gun, you have to do it a little at a time. If you're using a high melt, remember, glue guns are hot. Hot glue is hot. So I put my hot glue on the inside of that. And I mashed down the edges. In the middle, it's going to be puffy. It's going to be 3D. And you can just scrape your extra glue off of it, but it really doesn't matter because that's where this comes in. I like to take this. This is the glitter glue gun, and it's low melt. And I'm going to take and just go around it on the edges with this glitter, just to give it a little more of an outline. And don't use your good glue gun for these glitter sticks, because once you put them in there, it does kind of, let's get a little bit more around the bottom, kind of a layer here. And like I said, this isn't going to be micrometer perfect, but we are not machines. And there we go. Now on my monitor, the colors look really bad. Let me hold it up here. Nope. I got too much bright light going on. I need such better lighting. Let's see if that helps it any. There we go. You can kind of see the lighting a little bit more. So now we have two. So let's go ahead and see if this one's dry. Get my light back over here. Oh. Let's see if this one's... Yeah, it's dry enough. We'll just use our finger and pull up that little bit. Let's get our things back together here. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. It's fun. I just, I love this buffalo check. And since this one, we went a little sideways, I'm going to put my ruler a little sideways too. Try to line my lines up with my faux fabric here. Another thing you can do if you don't want to paint these canvases, if you remember the placemats that we used when we made our ornaments a couple weeks ago, you can get a couple of those placemats and cut them apart and use those and just glue them on with regular fabric glue or craft glue, whatever you want. And then you don't really need to draw the lines on them either. You can use dish towels, you can use whatever, pillowcases. The stream I'm really excited about is the ear making stream they're going to do tonight. I want to watch that because I want to learn how to make ears, because I only have one set of ears. And I don't have money to buy ears. It's going to be a quiet holiday for us, but that's all right. You know, we like the quiet. I'm going to be watching Pete's football stream all day Thursday. It's just going to be me and my son. One of my kids is quarantined at the university she attends. If she leaves campus, then she has to quarantine for 2 weeks and do all sorts of other stuff. And she's a resident assistant in a dorm that the LGBTQ dorm, and a lot of those students can't go home, and it has nothing to do with COVID. A lot of them, their families don't accept them anymore because they're, choices. And so they have made a family together, and they have a Friendsgiving, and she takes care of all of her residents. So, and my other kids are quarantining. Our governor has told us to stay home and only celebrate with your immediate household. So that's what we're doing. Which, for me, it's not that big a deal because I don't really have a big extended family. And my boyfriend and I will get together on Friday when I have a caregiver and have our own little Thanksgiving. He has some pies, so we're excited about that. We're gonna bake some pies. And no, I'm putting a lot of lines on this one. See what happens when I start talking? I just get so creative when I talk. All right. Let's grab our sheet here. We've got one more little trailer. I thought I'd do the trailers and the trucks because that's my Christmas wish. This is my Christmas wish now. My goal is to get a trailer. And when my son, in 4 years, when my son moves into housing that's appropriate for him, I'm going to buy a trailer. And I'm heading to Florida for a while. Just a little while. Told my boyfriend I'm not running away. I'll be back. But I'm going to go down there. Probably take my time getting there and take my time getting back. Oh, that's terrible, car key. I'm so sorry. Yeah, my college kid is that way. They are a mama hen, and it's kind of funny. I was the last person that they came out to about their lifestyle choices, and I don't know what reaction she was expecting, but the reaction she got was, yeah, and I already knew this kid. I'd known it since they were very young. And so we have a really, really good relationship. And my oldest daughter finally got a job. Her contract of her last job ended just about the time they locked down everything for quarantine. And she's been busting her butt trying to get a job, And she finally got one. We're so happy. It's in a company that she's really going to enjoy. It's doing stuff that their product is something that she has loved for a very long time. And it could go very long term. So, okay, there's the next one. And then, this is the best part. This is the fun part here. I'm turning these so I can see them. I'm sorry I haven't turned the camera around. My Streamlabs keeps going crazy on me. And I have to reset the cameras every time I come in. All right, so we've got 1, 2, and 3. Let's get that buffalo check ribbon here. Actually, I don't think I'm going to use the buffalo check. I think I'm going to use something else. I've got this ribbon here, which I think just adds to the rustic idea of it. Gosh, my phone is just going crazy over here. Oh, it's because everybody's going live. Ooh, we got a lot of people live. Pete McDevitt, Cricket Fox. I'm live. There we go. All right, so this little bit is folded over, but I'm just going to cut it. Now, this is a wired ribbon. It's from Dollar Tree. It's called burlap ribbon. And so I'm going to measure how much I need. And I'm going to do about, I think I'm going to do about that much. There we go. I'm going to leave a loop at the top to hang it on the wall. So I know you can't see what I'm doing. I just pulled off a length. There's my length. It looks like, well, let me tell you. I can measure it real quick. That's 12 inches. And that's 8 inches. So 16 and 12 and 12. So 24 and 16 is 34 and 6, 40 inches. I cut about a 40-inch swath. And in order to get it lined up well, I'm going to take and lay it down. See, there's my loop at the top. And I'm just going to fold that into a little arrow for now. And I'm going to line up these bottoms and then fold that into an arrow like that, because we're going to do something really special at the top. So I'm going to make a crease here so I can see it, and then I'm just going to take my hot glue real quick and just go a little bit across this one side. Remember, hot glue is hot. Don't stick your fingers in it. I'm going to use my ruler and just push that down so it makes a little, so it sticks down and lays flat. Okay? Don't glue it to your table either. But hot glue is hot. Yes, yes, yes. They are overpriced. They are so much. But, I mean, that's how they make their money. Now, granted, you get what you pay for. Dollar Tree paint cannot compare to the expensive paint you can get at Michael's. However, for the projects that I do, you don't need the expensive paint. Now, for my pour painting and stuff like that, I do buy better quality paint. All right, you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. I'm putting me a big thick bead of hot glue across there, and I'm just going to lay it on the ribbon like that. I'm going to pick it up and turn it over so that I don't glue it to my table, because this ribbon is kind of porous. But there we go. Hot glue is hot. Use something to poke it down on it. I'm using a crochet hook. I used to crochet. I can't crochet anymore because I can't hold the... Yes. Love one another no matter how different you are. That is so true. And that's, my kids naturally did that. I would like to take credit for it, but they were born that way, I guess. That they don't they care what color, what race. That's not a factor in being friends with somebody. And of course they grew up with a brother who is disabled, so that helped a lot too, in understanding that just because somebody's different from you does not mean that there's something wrong with them. And then I'm going to turn this around. I mean, I'd like to think, my mother raised me that way though too, that people are people and love is love and heart is a heart, and that's just that. So this one, I'm going to glue, maybe not put as much hot glue. I tend to put too much hot glue. So this one, I'm going to glue on both the top and the bottom. And I wanted my truck in the middle, so I'm going to put it right about there in the middle and let it grab a hold. Next week's project, we are going to make a Christmas card holder for your wall that will hang on the wall, and it uses clothespins, and it's going to be a very fun. But you can also make these clothespins. You can use them on gifts. You can use them for other things too. We're going to make some really pretty clothespins and use them in making a Christmas card holder. So that's next week's project. Can you believe it's almost December? Next time I talk to you, well, no, I'll talk to y'all on Wednesday. Wednesday's a big day. I put it up on my Twitter and my Instagram and my Facebook. Wednesday on our show, I'm going to be giving you a preview of the releases that are coming out on Good Friday. My album is coming out, and my single, I did a cover of Santa Baby. And I love that song. It's one of my favorite Christmas songs. And so, and there we go. Now they are glued onto this thing. I'll show you on the other camera. Let's pull our little glue boogers off of there, but there you go. Now, the finishing touch. This is yet another reason why I love the Dollar Tree wired craft ribbon. And for this one, we are going to use the buffalo check. I'm going to cut two pieces about, I guess they're about 18 inches long. Let me measure them just because some people don't like when I'm so vague about measurements, but yeah, about 20 inches long. I'm cutting. Yeah, that's too long, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut about 12 inches long. About 12 inches long. I think that'll work, don't you? So I got a piece that's 24 inches, and I'm going to cut it here on those wires. Then I'm going to cut this in half, so they're about the same length. We're going to make the prettiest bow you ever saw. Okay? I'm going to take one of the 12-inch pieces, and on the inside, you can tell which side's the inside because it curls. It curls, that's the inside. And I'm going to fold each side in so they meet in the middle. If you want to be sure that you've got it exactly dead center, you can always fold this in half and find the center. And then you can fold these in, but that just goes to show you right there. I've done this for so long, I can eyeball it. You probably can too. And then on that center line, just gonna squirt some hot glue, stick my edges down in it. Do not stick your fingers in the hot glue. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm telling myself, not you, because I will stick my finger down in that hot glue in a New York second, because that's what I do. Pull that extra hot glue off of there. And then this piece right here, we're going to grab the middle and we're going to kind of pinch it. Kind of fold it, accordion, fold it, pinch it. You don't have to be fancy about it. And we're going to grab this and do the same thing. Fold it, pinch it, accordion it. You can always fluff it out later. We're just going to wrap this around it, kind of like a twist tie, because it's got that wire, so it's just like a twist tie on a twist tie bag, and I'm going to give it probably 2 twists. Okay, there we go. Now we fuss with it. We fuss. So, because it's wired, you can shape it. So we're going to make it shaped like a big old bow. Big and puffy. And I am going to pull the twisted parts. I don't want them hanging down on my picture, so I'm going to pull them up behind my bow. Then I am just going to come, you can cut these off at an angle, fold it in half and at an angle. I know I'm going really fast, but you can always back it up and see what I'm doing. I just figure this is, you know, anybody can do this. Because anybody can. It's not rocket science. So I got my little pieces to the back, use the wire, squeeze them to the back, got my bow on the front, and I am just going to stick a little glue on the back of this, like that. And nestle it right on the center on top of this top picture. Now, if I was smart, I would have gotten my jewels out, but I just had another idea of what I can do to make that absolutely stinking cute. We've got these, got a few more little snowflakes. I can go back later with my hot glue and glue it on, but I'm gonna take and just, there we go. In the center of your bow, you can put a jewel, you can put a little snowflake, you can put whatever you want. Well, I mean, that's an easy bow to make though. This is one that I made earlier today. There you go. The main trick I found with making bows is people try to make bows, pretty bows, like they make their shoelaces. It's like tying the sash on a pretty dress. And the way I do that is I make 2 bunny loops. And some people learn to tie their shoes this way. I learned the old-fashioned way, where, here, let me use my coffee cup. I learned the old-fashioned way, where and I still can't get it in the picture. You tie your knot, and then you make a loop and you go around and then you pull it through, right? Okay, that is not the best way to make a pretty bow. A pretty bow is the way my oldest learned how to tie her shoes. You make a bunny ear, and you make a bunny ear, and it kind of looks like a square knot, and then you take your bunny ears and you tie them in a knot, like that. And already you can see it's not that bad a bow. And then you fuss with it, and you fuss with it, you fuss with it, and depending on how wide you're... Yeah, I learned from Captain Kangaroo too, Corky. I loved Captain Kangaroo. I really loved Mr. Green Jeans. Mr. Green Jeans was my hero. And Mr. Rogers. I told my grandmother I was going to marry Mr. Rogers. But a bunny ear and a bunny ear, and you tie them in a knot. And how big your ribbon is depends on how big your bow is. But there you go. And you've got instantly, that's good for tying sashes on dresses. Because you don't get the wonky twisty thing. It comes out looking nice the first try. So there you go. How about that? Just a little extra for you. I have a pile of ribbon. Got about 5 more minutes. I absolutely love the way this came out. I'm going to do some photographs of it and put it up on my IG and everything. Yeah. Oh, when Mr. Rogers died, the two losses that have impacted me most in my life were Jim Henson and Mr. Rogers. Those two got me. I mean, I've had a lot of loss in my life. I've lost a lot of people, and yeah, it's hurt, but those two really, you know, and Tom Hanks is going to be one when he goes. That's really gonna get me because he is such a phenomenal actor. But all right, showed you the cookie cutters. I'll show you what I'm working on now. I'm working on a Mickey Mouse set. And I'll have that up on the store. I'm going to be working on getting the bags up in the store. I will get that bag up for you, Lisa, I promise. I'll be doing bags tomorrow. My son has started back to school. My caregiving hours have been increased. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting back to some sense of being my own person. So things are going to improve. I've got a jump start on my Vlogmas. I've already done my opening and closing for my Vlogmas videos. I'm going to film them. I'm going to film a lot of them ahead of time. Just because I already do lives twice a week, and Vlogmas is going to be different from my lives. Like I said, Wednesday, album release party. I will be showing you how you can get or listen to or buy my new album and my new single that are coming out. And that's Wednesday. Special thanks to Dean at the Live Place. His logo will pop up right down here in a minute. The Live Place hosts over 120 live streamers. It's your TV guide for family-friendly viewing. They have streamers on all subjects, all topics, you name it. There's somebody streaming about it. And growing more and more every day. Yeah, I do need to decompress. Well, the biggest thing, Karki, was I got my caregiver 2 days a week for 9 hours a day. which means I can get out of the house. And one of those days, my boyfriend is actually off from work for the rest of the year on that day. So I can go over to his house and talk to another adult, catch up on some TV shows, because I haven't even been able to watch The Mandalorian. I just watched the 4th episode of the season, and I haven't watched the 2nd or the 3rd. And it's not a spoiler, but I laughed so hard. If you watch it, you'll get it. If you haven't watched it yet, this isn't going to spoil anything for you, but Baby Yoda tossed his cookies. That right there. When you watch it, think about that, and you will laugh when you see it. Yeah, so things are getting back to normal. It's going to be a wonderful holiday. I feel like I'm coming out of the dark, sort of. I got some medical tests coming up that I've got to schedule, lung function test and some other things. So keep me in your thoughts about that. It could be COPD, it could be asthma, they don't know. So keep me in your thoughts for that. If you enjoyed this video, share it out. Share it with your friends. If you're watching the replay, I adore you. Thank you for watching the replay. If you're here live with me in the chat, thank you so much for coming by. It means so much when I have people here. But I understand that there's a lot goes on Sunday nights. Wasn't this fun? And like I said, next week we're going to make a Christmas card holder and with clothespins. And I think you're really going to like that. Peace and blessings to you, to all you love, and to all who love you. Find your passion and grab a hold of it, and do not let it go. We're getting through this. Wear a mask, wash your hands, social distance, take care of yourselves, and try and make somebody smile. Have a great week. I will see you Wednesday. Thank you, Kirky. I do appreciate it. I can feel that my family in the Disney community, in our YouTuber community, I can feel when they think about me, and it lifts me up. Blessings to all of you. Have a great week, and thanks for being here. We'll see you soon.